Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for Week 5 Stage 1 and its finals night this evening. And all the action got underway, which seems like a while ago now, but Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. with Group A. And it was, as we're about to take a quick look at the table, Andy Jenkins, who came out on top, winning 11 of his 15 matches. So he was straight through to tonight's final, and it was Lee Evans and Neil Duff who went into Group B. Robert Thornton, Andreas Toft Jorgensen, and Scott Marsh who went into Group C. Well, we'll have a quick look at Group B and how that finished last night. And a further two players to join Andy Jenkins into tonight's final. Three players was Lee Evans, Robert Rickwood and Neil Duff. And look at that, Lee Evans went through the card unbeaten across two nights of action. Steve Hind and Martin Turner unfortunately eliminated. Well, we did have Group C across Thursday and Friday morning, and it ended up with Jamie Lewis. Well, he went 5 out of 5 on the Thursday. Couldn't match that on the Friday, however, did win 3 from 5, and it was Robert Thornton who joined him, winning 4 out of 5 on both days. So that makes up our 6 players for tonight's final. They are split into 2 groups, and Group 1 is Andy Jenkins, Robert Rickwood, Robert Thornton. Group 2 is Lee Evans, Jamie Lewis and Neil Duff. They will all play each other once in each group. The top 2 from each group will make up our semi-finals. Winner of that will play in the final. We will have a 3rd and 4th place playoff, and then we will go straight into our final. Remember, under this new phase, it is only the winner who progresses to Champions Week. We're going to have 12 qualifying weeks over the last 5 weeks and the next 7. And week 13 will be Champions Week, where all the winners will be back for the Champion of Champions. Week 1 was Robert Owen. Week 2, Chaz Barstow. Week 3, Graham Hall. Week 4, Darrell Pilgrim.
98.
Well, this week's winner will be one of these two. Well, over the next
100.
3 and a bit hours, we're about to find out. Andy Jenkins, who was 10 to 11 for this one. Robert Thornton,
100.
4 to 5. And his record against Robert Thornton isn't a bad one. And a couple of wins over him, of course, this
43.
week. Well, I don't feel that Thornton's produced anywhere near his best darts against Andy.
180.
Andy has tended to really produce against Robert.
27. Andy, you require 123. 83.
Looking at the stats for the week, Andy, 86. In fact, this is
81.
so
Andy,
close.
you require 40.
Across the card. I'll wait for Andy to pop in this tops.
Game shone the
Finds
first
double
leg.
10.
Andy Jenkins.
That is a really good indication of how good Andy Jenkins is feeling tonight. A 180 in the leg and a 15 dart hold. Yeah, Andy Jenkins, this is for just this week. Andy Jenkins played 15 matches, averaged 86-86 across all of those 15 matches. Robert Thornton, 86-23. Both have highs
59.
of in excess of 100. 101.9 for Andy this week, 100.20 for Robert Thornton.
99.
Jamie Lewis, 87-69 over his 10 matches. Lee Evans, 88-86 across 23. Neil Duff, 86-92 across 23
100.
matches. Robert Rickwood, over 8 matches, 86-56. There's a big line in there that really does stand out. Lee Evans, 42 180s in his 23 matches this week. That is incredible.
135. 96.
Order of play for the evening. Following this one, we go to Group 2, and it'll be Lee Evans against Neil Duff. Then
100.
back to Group 1 for Robert Thornton against Robert Rickwood. Then Group 2, Neil Duff, Jamie Lewis. Then back to Group 1, Robert Rickwood, Andy Jenkins.
107.
And then our final match of the group stage will be Jamie Lewis against Lee Evans. Then it'll be the winner of Group 1 against the runner-up of Group 2 in our first semi-final. And then the winner of Group 2 against the runner-up of Group 1 in our
45.
second semi-final. Double 8.
29.
Made a bit of
And
a
he
mess of that,
requires
Robert.
16.
Fancy Andy to miss this.
Game
he
shot on
doesn't.
the second leg. Andy Jenkins.
And he backs up the 15-dart hold with a 17-dart breaker throw, a 2-0 lead and an average of 94.
Third leg, it's Andy to throw first. Game on. $100.
Andy, the most efficient finisher of all the
99.
players this week. His stats for the week: 48.51%, 49 out of 101 attempts.
134. $93.
Andy Jenkins won all of their meetings this week in Group A, winning 4-2, 4-3 and 4-1 on Wednesday.
140.
He also won their previous
59. And he required
3 meetings
127.
before that in Phase 4, where he won 4-2, 4-1 and 4-3.
59.
Again, all those games, the highest average in all of those matches for Robert Thornton is 94.82.
140. And he requires 68.
Robert Thornton in big trouble.
Game shot on the third leg. Andy Jenkins.
Jenkins fires in yet another 15-darter. And his second hold of throw with that break sandwiched in the middle. Averaging
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first.
95.94 to Robert Thornton's 80. I really did expect Thornton to stop the rot against
80.
Andy Jenkins this week. At times, Robert's produced some really good performances.
100.
They've just not been against Andy. Andy this week on Monday averaged 82.
100.
Tuesday 93. Wednesday 90.
60.
Very much looks like the trend is going to continue.
134. 100. 100. 140. Robert, you require 87. 82. And you require 101.
Trouble 19. Would have given him a dart at double 12 for
69.
4-0, but there's
Robert, you
pressure
require 5.
on the 5. Just gets the 1.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Robert Thornton.
Well, you can Count your lucky stars there, Robert Thornton, because that was close to busting the score and eventually found double one with his final dart to keep the match
It's
alive.
Andy to throw first. Game on.
It is a chalk on the board for Robert. Huge difference in the averages.
58.
Some 14 points prior to that visit of 58.
$44. 177.
180 and now a 177. Andy Jenkins
94.
beginning to turn the screw.
$59.
Needs a 2 treble visit minimum.
$59.
They weren't bad darts, that's for sure. The first two, they were kissing the top wire of the treble 20.
137.
This is relentless stuff from Andy Jenkins. Said he felt good across the entirety
28.
of
And he
Group A.
requires 70.
And he fancied it tonight. Double 8.
54.
Wow.
$135. And he requires 16. Game, shot, and the match.
That was
Andy
a
Jenkins.
very tidy performance from Andy Jenkins. Not his highest average of the week, but a 95.12 in match 1 will take some beating. That 180, the beautiful 177, and very tidy as well on the doubles. 40% he will take. Remember, he's averaging 48% for the week. Right, when we come back, we go to Group 2, and it's Lee Evans against Neil Duff. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Well, now we return to, we go to Group 2 for our first match, and it's Lee Evans against Neil Duff. Lee Evans is the 11-4 favourite to win this evening, and he's the 4-6 favourite to beat Neil Duff, 50 from Ballyclare in Northern Ireland. The current, of course, WDF World Champion against Lee Evans, 33 from Kempsford, a Challenge Tour event winner.
First leg, it's Lee to throw first.
These two
Game on.
have met 5 times this week. And on Monday, Lee Evans lost 4-3. Neil Duff averaging 90.22. Evans
80.
91.19. And then Lee Evans has won the next 4 meetings. 4-0, 4-2, 4-2 and 4-1 last night.
180.
Fabulous start. Is that a statement of intent?
$55.
Looking at all the stats across all the
85.
players, as mentioned in that opening game, it is very, very equal. Little between them all.
83.
Should serve up an exciting evening of darts. Thornton, a little disappointing in that opening game against Andy Jenkins, who was very impressive. He didn't really allow Thornton into the match.
$140. Neil, you require 96.
Possible 11 darter. Now a possible 12.
56.
Couldn't find the
Lee, you require
requisite
143.
treble, so he's left tops after 12. And he will be back.
43. Neil, you require 40. Game shot on the first leg. Neil Duff.
And Neil Duff in 13 darts takes the opening leg, and it is the needed break of throw.
Second leg, it's Neil to throw first. Game on. $50. $97.
Big game coming up
100.
next for Robert Thornton. He faces Robert Rickwood, and a defeat there. And that is the end of the road for Thornton. Even
56.
a win, of course, won't guarantee a place in the semi-final because of the heavy defeat to Andy Jenkins.
100.
Let's hope I don't have to get the abacus out this evening.
$54.
If players do end up on the same amount of points and the same leg difference, it is
41.
a 9-dart shootout. Even with that breaker throw, you can still get 10-11. That Neil Duff.
58.
Looks a good thing right now, doesn't he?
100. 180. Neil, you require 110.
Slightly different spin on the leg. That's a disastrous dart.
11.
All three.
Lee, you require 56.
Still left himself plenty to do on 99, of course. Best you can do from 99 is get one dart at a
Game
double.
shot on the second leg.
All irrelevant.
Lee Evans.
As Lee Evans, as he has done all week, just manages to turn a leg on its head and a match.
Third leg, it's Lee to
That
throw first.
is the break
Game
back.
on.
So often this week he's been locked in a match at 3 apiece and not exactly pulling up trees, only to produce a sub 15 dart leg. One thing he doesn't lack is belief and
100.
bottle.
140. 100. 65. 81. Lee, you require 156.
18 for a blinder.
138. 100. Lee, you require 18.
1 for double. Oh. It's double 3.
Game shot on the third leg.
All the same size, I suppose, and that's back-to-back legs for Lee Evans. And exactly what I said, he has this ability just to turn it on when he really needs to.
Fourth leg, it's Neil to throw first. $85. 100. 140. 140. 180.
It's a third max of the match. Neil Duff trails 2-1 in legs. Leads in the 180 column 2-1.
91. Neil, you require 96.
That's a better dart off 96.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Is an
Neil
11
Duff.
dart hold a throw for Neil Duff. Absolute class response after back-to-back legs for Lee Evans.
Fifth leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on. $134. 55. $85. $125. $44. $125. $58. $95.
Well, it's Neil Duff. First down to a finish. How much pressure can Lee Evans apply? And that is not an ideal dart. Moved over
60.
slightly. Yep,
Neil, you
couldn't
require
find
101.
the red bit.
$41. Lee, you require 120.
Wouldn't put it past him. And again, that's low. A sign of tension. Well, he's gone ball.
95.
I don't blame him because there was nowhere
Neil,
else to
you
go after
require
that first
60.
start. It was a complete blocker. Problem
40.
there for Neil is that first start was too high.
Lee, you require 25.
It was a great effort on the 120. It's the only way
Game
to go,
shot
of
on the
course.
fifth leg. Lee Evans.
And Lee Evans dodges a bit of a bullet there and goes within one of winning the 2 points in his opening match.
Sixth leg, it's Neil to throw first.
Two breaks of throw, followed by
60.
3 holds. We are on throw. So hold here for Neil. And it will be a one-leg shootout.
42. $140. $180.
Lee Evans has other ideas. He wants to get it done here and now. Neil Duff,
140.
what a reply. He's down to 161.
$140. Neil, you require 161.
Been so impressed with Lee Evans this week. Even when he's not been producing his best starts.
55.
He's
Lee, you
shown
require
another element
139.
as a player. He just doesn't seem to panic.
99.
Well,
Neil, you
that's
require
an example of that
106.
with the last start to leave tops. Treble 18. Next door. So Lee Evans
74.
for a really good win against a very good version of Neil Duff, who's
Lee, you require 40.
averaged over 94 in this match. 2 180s, 4 140s, 50% on his doubles. Wow.
20. Neil, you require 32.
Speechless.
Game shot on the 6th leg. Neil Duff.
And Neil Duff saves the day with double four with his final dart. That was an 18 dart hold, but it is Evans with the honour.
7th and final leg. It's Lee to throw
Three
first.
match darts for Lee Evans to win it full 2.
123. 100. 85. 140. 58. 60. 65. 100. Lee, you require 170.
Needs the ball for the big fish.
145.
Super effort. So
Neil, you require 101.
for Lee Evans. That leaves 44. That leaves tops.
61.
Bends the wire. He can't believe it.
Lee, you require 25.
He's going to get a 5th match dart at double 8. Now a 6th.
9.
Wow. He bends
Neil,
the
you
wire.
require 40. Game, shots, and the match. Neil Duff.
Oh, an absolutely fabulous encounter between Lee Evans and Neil Duff. 88 the average, 6 match darts for Lee Evans, including 1 dart at the ball off of the 170. 92.49 for Neil Duff. Both players hitting 2 180s and 4 out of 9 on the doubles for Neil. And he gets the 2 points. When we come back, it is the 2 Roberts, Thornton against Rickwood. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. This is finals night. Up next, it is the two Roberts as Rickwood takes on Thornton. Fascinating end to the last match. And in the first match, it was a well under par performance from Robert, and if he plays anything like that against Robert Rickwood, it will be a similar result.
First leg, it's Robert Thornton to throw first. Game on.
I think he will need something a little bit higher than that to defeat Robert Rickwood.
58.
Robert's had Rickwood, that is, has had a high of 102.28 this week. 100.2 for Thornton is his high of the week.
83. 95. 81.
Actually met in Q school this year, and it was Robert Rickwood who got the win. 5-4 with a 95.93. 89.23 for Thornton.
85. 125.
This is their first meeting in the live league.
120. 125. Robert, you require 132.
Wants the ball for a beauty.
107.
Good effort.
Robert, you require 40. Game shot on the first leg. Robert Thornton.
A 16 dart holder throw, not before Rickwood had a poke at the ball on the back of 132.
Second leg, it's Robert Rickwood to throw first. $71. 43. 81. 100.
We will return to Group 2 in our next
53.
match. And it's Neil Duff, and our first look at Jamie Lewis. Jamie, of
81.
course, was the winner of the group Thornton was in. Group C. Thornton was runner-up.
41. 58. 55. 136. 140. Robert, you require 83.
He thought that was a max. I certainly did. Double 16 for Thornton.
Game shot on the second leg. Robert Thornton.
2 out of 2 on the doubles for Robert Thornton, including that wonderful 83. It was a great 136 that preceded it.
Third leg, it's Robert Thornton to throw first. Game on. $140. $180.
I thought his last visit was a max. That one definitely was. First of the match.
83. $100. $180.
Well, this was the version of Robert Thornton I expected to see in our opening match. As I did say,
140.
just
Robert, you
doesn't
require
seem
98.
to produce against Andy Jenkins, and that was the case in the last match, because in this
58.
one,
Robert, you require 81.
even with that 58, he's averaging 97.5. Double 13.
68. Robert, you require 40.
That's his first misstart at a double.
20. Robert, you require 13. 5. Robert, you require 20. Game shot on the third leg. Robert Thornton.
2 missed starts at doubles. Well, 3 in total in that leg. But they didn't cost him the leg. He is leading 3-0.
Fourth leg, it's Robert Rickwood to throw first. $100.
Robert can win this one 4-0.
85.
Well, put himself in a wonderful position. Especially after losing his opening game to Andy Jenkins
100.
heavily 4-1.
$180.
180 number 2 for the Thorn.
60. $140.
And he's throwing like a really expensive smooth chocolate.
$9. Robert, you require 96.
For 4-0 and an 11 dart possibility. Double 9.
Game, shots, and the match.
Super
Robert
leg
Thornton.
from Robert Thornton, and a super performance. 98.56 the average. 2 180s, 2 140s, 50% on the doubles. Robert Rickwood being beat 4-0 with an 83.95. 3 missed starts at a double. Right, back to Group 2, and it's Neil Duff against Jamie Lewis. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you live and exclusive on Sporty Stuff TV. Back to Group 2 for the next one, and it's Neil Duff against Jamie Lewis. Here is our first look at Jamie Lewis for the night, the winner of Group C. He played lovely on Wednesday. Averaged well over 90 for the day. Went through the card unbeaten. Won 3 from 5.
Okay, first look, it's Neil to throw first. Game on.
The Friday.
$100. $30.
And by my searching around, this is the first meeting between the two.
81.
A win here for Neil, and he is safely through, and then it'll be a
100.
shootout between Lee and Jamie in our final match of the group session.
100.
Andy Jenkins needs just the one leg against Robert Rickwood
45.
to progress, and that will be a match coming up straight after this one.
180.
Neil Duff was very impressive in that win against Lee Evans.
$100. Now we require 40.
Producing an 11 darter en route. Two
Gauge on the
180s.
first leg. Neil Duff.
4 out of 9 on the doubles, and he starts where he left off, 1-0.
Second leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
180 in the leg and a 14 dart hold.
$95. $85. $98. $55. $45. $131. $45. $100.
Neil Duff just plodding along nicely.
$45. Now we require 130. $90. $58. Now we require 40.
Game shot on the second leg. Neil Duff.
And very efficiently, Neil Duff finds himself 2-0 up. That's a breaker throw in leg 2, and he's in control.
Third leg, it's Neil to throw first.
Huge gap between them in averages, as you can see there, some 34 points. That will only go...
140.
Match will only be going one way if that stays the same.
$40. $140. $134. $100. $40.
Example.
Neil, you record
I said,
121.
Jamie Lewis just seemed to struggle on Friday. On Thursday,
85.
he won 5 out of 5, averaged 93.93. That was Thursday. On Friday, averaged 82.68.
125. Now you record 36.
More bad news for Jamie. He's not on a finish.
18.
Neil Duff in Group B averaged
130. Now you require 80.
21 on Thursday and 89.16 last night.
Game shot in the third leg. Neil Duff.
Hardly differed across 2 days, so that's sort of playing to his level. Neil Duff leads 3-0.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on. $59.
48 darts to win 3 legs, 16 darts a leg. For you mathematicians out there, that's 93.94.
100. $85. $140. $140. $81. $93.
Neil Duff
140.
closing in on a
124.
comprehensive 4-0 win, unless... Hello. He wants the ball to stay alive. What a dart that is from Jamie Lewis, eventually showing us the quality he does possess. When he really had
to. It's Neil to throw first.
He has produced 15 dart holder throw with a 1-2-4 checkout.
95.
With Neil Duff waiting on tops after 12.
81. 45. 96. 60. 45. 85. 100. 80.
both in.
139. Now we record 136.
This is a spirited fight back here from Jamie Lewis. Single 19.
96.
And again,
Jamie record 40.
Neil Duff waiting on tops. Will he get a go? There's
Game
your
on the
answer.
5th leg.
Back
Jamie
to back
Lewis.
legs for Jamie Lewis, and that's a break of throw, a hold, and we have a level game. Anything can
6th leg,
happen
it's Jamie
in the
to throw
decider.
first. Game on.
It was Neil Duff who won it against the darts in his match against Lee Evans. On this occasion, he will have the darts if Jamie
100.
can hold.
100. 85. 97. 59. 100.
Right, last one. Just keeping a little bit of pressure on Jamie Lewis.
59.
Jamie, of course, a former World Championship semi-finalist back in 2018.
60.
Neil Duff, the current WDF World Champion.
57. Now we record 144.
Neil Duff has the darts here. He's not going to leave tops this time.
55.
He's
Jamie
gone
record
up to 89.
141.
He took 1, 2, 4 out. A real clutch finish in leg 4. He's not going to take 1, 4, 1 out.
$95. Now we require 89.
At least should get a dart at the ball here. Single 20. Leaves the ball for the match.
64.
How close was that?
Jamie require 46.
The line was bang on, just marginally over pitched. 4:16. 1 dart left.
Game shown the 6th flag.
He's showing
Jamie Lewis.
some bottle here, Jamie Lewis, because that's 3 consecutive legs. Neil Duff looked like he was going to run away with this one.
7th and final leg. It's Neil to throw first.
Before Jamie produced the 15 dart hold with a 1-2-4 on the ball.
100. $41. $60. $45. $57. $46. $140.
Kicking on.
$140. Neil, you record 144.
If you are going to lose by the odd leg.
42.
Ideally, you don't want to lose at all, of course. In this format, as Robert Rickwood is about to find out in our next match against Andy Jenkins.
121. Neil, you
the nature of his defeat to Robert Thornton. He's going to have to win 4-0 himself.
94. Jamie require 108.
I don't think it's in. No, it's not.
58. Neil, you require
so that
8.
pretty much should be just about it.
Game shot on the match.
The averages
Neil
for Neil
Duff.
Duff across the 2 days in the week, 88 and 89. Well, he's pretty much bang on 88 in this one. 5 140s to 2, and that for me was where the damage was done. And good finishing, 33.33%. Right, when we come back, it is Robert Rickwood against Andy Jenkins. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Back to Group 1, the final game of Group 1, and it's Robert Rickwood against Andy Jenkins. So, Andy Jenkins won 4-1. Robert Thompson then defeated Robert Rickwood 4-0. Andy defeating Thornton 4-1. So, just the one leg needed for Andy. Because if Rickwood won 4-1, for example, he would be on 2 points minus 1. Andy would be on 2 points and no leg difference. And in the final match of Group 2, it will be Lee
First
Evans
leg, it's Robert to throw
Jamie
first.
Lewis.
Game on.
Both of them are on nil points and -1, so that's a straight shootout. Robert has the
60.
honour in this one. Any previous I can find. Andy Jenkins defeated
97.
Robert Rickwood on the Challenge Tour back in 2018 in the last 32, winning 5 legs to 3.
100. 134. 100. 100. 135, and you require 170. 100.
Final
Robert, you
dart
require
puts a bit of pressure on the
106.
106. We can still finish. Treble 17 and ball.
42,
Andy Jenkins
and you
then.
require 70.
Just to confirm his place in the semis.
38.
Wow.
Robert, you require 64.
Not a million miles away.
44.
But now,
And you require 32.
3 clear at double 16. Double 8.
Game shot on the first leg. Andy Jenkins.
Andy Jenkins starts off the match perfectly with a breaker throw and guaranteeing his spot in the semis.
Second leg, it's Andy to throw first. Game on. 60. 81.
Andy Jenkins was the 8 to 11 favourite. Even money about Rickwood.
140. 140. 59.
'Jamie Lewis and Lee Evans tie.
123.
They've gone 5 to 6, each of 2.
100. Robert, you require 157. 99. And you require 142. 110.
Great setup.
Robert, you require 58.
Just adds a little bit more pressure to the 58.
18.
That's unlucky.
And you require 32.
And a couple of darts in leg 1. Now this is awkward.
No score.
Yeah, Rickwood had a couple of darts in leg 1. He's had 1 dart already in
Robert,
leg
you
2.
require 40.
Could have found himself 2-0 down, but should level.
20. And you require 32. Game shot on the second leg.
I have to
Andy
say,
Jenkins.
Normally such a strong point of Andy's game, as I mentioned at the top of the show, over the course of the week. Andy's finishing
Third leg, it's Robert to throw
48%.
first. $100.
So he's hit 49 doubles out of 101 attempts going in to this evening.
59.
Done a couple of 170 finishes this week. One from Jamie Lewis, one from Lee Evans. High finish of the week for Andy,
125.
136. Robert Rickwood's had a 161. So has Robert Thornton.
140.
Not a lot between them in the averages. Both players have had multiple darts, doubles. Robert Rickwood's
96.
none from 6, and is 2 from 8.
$177.
Well, that was interesting from Andy, because had he not hit that 57, he would have left a bogey.
75. And you require
He'll be going the ball here.
125.
25 for ball now. I just knew that was happening. He is a very tidy soft hit player, is Andy, which of course you use
109.
not exclusively,
Robert, you
depending
require
on
105.
which version of the sport, but the vast majority of it is at the ball, and I don't know why he's gone.
53.
He was going for treble 16
And you
on
require
105.
60.
Answers on a postcard.
8.
Andy.
Robert, you require 52.
He is making hard work of this one.
Game shot on the third leg. Robert Rickwood.
Robert Rickwood gets a hold, a throw. Andy will be kicking himself, but he still leads 2-1. Let's see how much
Fourth leg, it's Andy to throw first. Game on.
winning means to Andy. Very disappointed there. Could see it in his body language. Wants to keep that
140.
winning mentality going into the semi-finals.
$43. $64. $45. $137. $60. And you require 160. $60.
Andy will be back at a ton. He'll be keen to right the wrongs of leg 3.
43. And you require 100.
Double 10, sensibly staying on the red
80.
bit. If Rickwood would have been on a shot out, may have seen Andy go over the 2 tops, but it was a very good lie for him.
60. And you require 20.
It was almost a guide. And that's not one.
No
That's the
score.
wrong bed.
180.
with success.
Andy, you
It's
require
1-3-2.
20.
If he gets a go, he'd like to trade those 2 balls with Andy
Game shot on the
Jenkins.
fourth leg.
But it is
Andy
Andy
Jenkins.
who gives himself that 2-leg cushion again. Leads 3-1 with a holder throw in 19 darts.
Fifth leg, it's Robert to
Andy
throw first.
Is the winner of Group 1.
100.
And he will
70.
play the winner of our next game in the first semi-final.
100.
Neil Duff will be playing Robert Thornton.
140. 135. 97. 126. 96.
Strong
Robert,
leg
you require
from Robert.
40.
Tops after 12.
Game shot on
No
the fifth
mistake
leg.
this time.
Robert Rickwood.
That is the best leg of the match for Robert Rickwood, and the best leg in the match entirely. 13 darter.
Sixth leg, it's Andy to throw first. Game on. $100. 140. 78. 100. 100. 180.
Gritty stuff from Robert Rickwood.
59. Robert, you require 81.
Made of tough stuff. Where he's from. Oh, he's missed the big 12.
27. Andy, you require 164.
89. Trouble 19.
132.
32.
Robert, you require 54.
And instead of having 3 darts at tops, he's only going to get 2,
Game
but
shot on
only
the
needs
sixth
1.
leg. Robert Rickwood.
And legs of 13 and 14 darts from Rickwood has got him right back in this one, and he has the darts in the decider.
Seventh and final leg. It's Robert to throw first. Game on. $60. 83. 100. 60. 100.
Just keeping a gap between himself and Andy.
43. 140. 140. Robert, you require 101.
Treble 19. Would have left double 12.
49.
He'll be back for 52.
137.
Andy just putting
Robert,
a
you
little bit of
require
pressure
52.
on the 52, but he has been hitting the doubles with much more regularity, and that's a great guide.
12.
Didn't even use it.
Andy, you
Shoulder
require
in
38.
that one. Double 19 for Andy, though. Oh, that could be awkward.
Game,
It was
shot,
just far
and the
enough
match.
away
Andy Jenkins.
to not interfere, as Andy Jenkins, with a 16 dart breaker throw, makes it 2 out of 2. 87.89 the average. The only 180 in the match going to Robert Rickwood. Good averages considering the poor finishing. Right, our final match of the group stages up next as Jamie Lewis takes on Lee Evans. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Well, the final match of the group phase of tonight's finals awaits, and it's Lee Evans against Jamie Lewis. Nothing complicated about this one. It's simply a straight shootout. Loser BFH, winner plays Andy Jenkins in our first semi-final. There will be a very short break in between the end of this match and the start of the semi-final. Literally, it'll be 10 minutes just to allow the winner to regroup and get ready for that match.
Okay, feels like it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
These two have some, well, one bit of previous, and that was this year, Challenge Tour 4.
58.
Milton Keynes, Jamie Lewis winning 5 legs to 2.
$60.
We're in separate groups, of course, this week.
96. $93. $58. $140. $100.
Lee Evans wins and plays Andy Jenkins, of course. Well, they had a bit of history this week. They were in Group A.
98.
Andy pushed Lee Evans into second spot, of course.
$95. Lee require 110.
Lee Evans won 2 of their
78. Jamie require 94.
3 clashes. In the first 2 meetings, it was convincing before Andy bounced back with a 4-2 win, averaging 90.
54.
For Jamie, he's left tops.
Lee
It's
require
Lee Evans
32.
for the break of throw. Another semi-final, Neil Duff against Robert Thornton.
Game shot in the first leg. Lee Evans.
Lee Evans converts the 32 and gets the all-important break of throw he needed to win the match.
Second leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on. $140. $59. $97. 96.
Whatever happens in this match or for the rest of the evening, it is certainly good to see Jamie back playing.
125.
Certainly looked not far off of his best
45.
times on Thursday.
Lee require 139.
Showed his quality, of course, even in defeat against Neil Duff in his opening match this evening. Narrowly being edged out, trailed 3-0 before finding a good run of
98.
legs. Battled back to 3-3 before Neil, who had the darts in that deciding leg,
85.
just had a little bit too much
He
in the
requires
locker.
41. Game shot on the second leg. Lee
Jenkins,
Evans.
much better leg this time. A 14 darter. He's averaging 97. Just 31 darts used to win the opening two legs.
So look, it's Jamie to throw first.
They did go 5-6 each of two.
137.
This is a genuine pick'em game, but not when you look at those numbers.
$46. $100. $100. $100. $57. Jamie Rickwood 164. $58. $96. Jamie Rickwood 106. $74. $42. Jamie Rickwood 32. Game shot on the third leg. Jamie Lewis.
And Jamie gets one back. It's only a hold of throw, but he'll feel a lot more confident about winning the match from here.
Hopefully gets Lee to throw first. Game on. $100. 45. 100. 90. 140. 78.
And a good response from the
You
Evans
require
in this fourth leg.
161.
Ton 140, his 3 scoring visits. Sensibly, not even worrying about the 161 checkout. Playing the percentages.
60. You require 32. No score. 44. You require 32. Game shown the fourth leg.
Gets there in
Lee
the
Evans.
end. Spoil a very tidy leg in terms of missed doubles. He's now 3 from 9, but he's 3-1 up.
We flick it's Jamie to throw first.
Remember, this
Game on.
is a straight shootout match. Winner plays Andy Jenks in our first semi-final.
$33.
Just to mark your cards for next week. Unfortunately, no coverage on Sporty Stuff TV on Monday, but you won't
134.
miss a single second of the action on our Online Darts YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe over there, hit that
80.
alert bell, and we'll give you a notification every time we go live. Also, only take a second and just below the picture,
45.
give us a thumbs up. So next week, Group A, Andreas Harrison, Christian Kist, Kieran Tihan, James Hurrell,
140.
Martin Dragged, Martin Adams. Group B, Danny Smith, Stephen Burton, Wayne Warren. Group C, Diogo Portela, Michael Flynn and Richie Howson. Chris Murphy taking you through all the action next week. But I will be back
60.
for a very special night on Saturday. Sure, Chris Murphy will tell you more about that over the course of the week.
85.
And don't forget to keep up to speed with all the latest developments. Give us a follow if you're a social media user, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Darts Live League. All one word.
92.
I'll actually be joining Chris Murphy next Saturday. Like I said, a very special night indeed. You will not
40.
want to miss that.
Lee require 170.
We're due, of course, to have Fallon Sherrock in action next week, but unfortunately,
90.
due to
Jamie require
issues
123.
beyond her control with regards to travel, she's unable to make it, but no doubt will be involved over the coming weeks. So 80
51.
for Evans to
Leah
win this
require
one
80.
4-1 and take his place in the semi-final and a step closer to winning tonight's week 5.
40. Jamie requires 72.
Evans just having a stretch out, probably felt a bit tight there. There was a good bit of pressure on that dart. 8-8, great recovery dart from Jamie Lewis.
56.
Couldn't convert.
Leah require 40.
If you don't know, just to mark your card, myself and Nico will be playing in week 12. So
30.
if you're feeling a little bit down in the dumps and you want a
Jamie
good laugh,
requires
tune in
16.
and watch me attempt to tickle some tungsten. It's been a while.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Jamie Lewis.
And Jamie Lewis, we just got a very late shot of that dart, but I can assure you it was in 8-8. He pegs one back. Multiple darts there for Lee Evans.
6th leg, it's Lee
get
to
over
throw
the line.
first. Game on.
4 in total. That will frustrate him.
60.
Fell into a pattern after the opening leg, which was a breaker throw. He then had
59.
4 consecutive holds.
60.
I must say about our YouTube channel, many thanks to those that have subscribed around the world and watch the
60.
Online Darts League via that platform. We are approaching 11 million views. Absolutely astounding.
140. 60.
All of this wouldn't be possible, of course, without the incredible viewership across our YouTube channel and Sporty Stuff TV.
100. 60. Lever 141.
To do it in some style. Nope, can't find the treble 20.
30. 60. 'Lee require 111.
Aye. 2 bites of the cherry here. Needs 1 treble to leave a double, and the double is double 16.
79.
He's just 3 from 14 on the outer ring in this match.
81.
3
He
in
require
hand.
32.
He'll be keen to get over the line here. Should be a good guide. Just moves across a couple of inches.
Game shot and the match.
Slots it
Lee Evans.
in the double 16 and picks up the win 4-2 and an average of 81.81. Not bad considering there was 12 missed darts at a double. Well, we're going to take a short break and we will be back with Andy Jenkins against Lee Evans. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for semi-final number 1, and it is Andy Jenkins against Lee Evans. Andy Jenkins, the winner of Group 1, winning both of his matches. 4-1 the first one against Robert Thornton, and then 4-3 against Robert Rickwood. Lee Evans went down 4-3 to Neil Duff, and then bounced back, defeating Jamie Lewis 4-2. Fourth meeting of the week between the two. It's currently 2-1 to Lee Evans.
Let's throw first. Game on.
And they've met a further
140.
3 times away from the Live League. 2019, a Challenge Tour event in Wolverhampton. Lee Evans winning 5-1. Then this year, Challenge Tour 3 in Milton Keynes, a quarter-final. Lee Evans winning 5-1. And then in Hildesheim, Challenge Tour 10 in Germany, Andy getting some revenge, winning 5-2.
40.
Our second semi-final will be between Neil Duff and Robert Thornton.
180.
The first 180 of the match goes to Lee Evans.
41. $58.
And a genuine break of throw opportunity for Lee Evans. And he has the darts in this semi-final due to winning his group.
$58.
A big visit from Andy. I'll get him right back in the leg.
$100.
Squeeze in.
He require
Second treble 20, which left him a 2-dart opportunity. He's going to have to work left.
40 scored yet.
I don't think you can go tops, really.
60. And he requires
was sort of a
140.
Half-hearted attempt at tops. No real commitment.
68.
Well, Lee Evans is finishing tonight as
Lee requires 60.
been a little indifferent. 3 out of 12 in match 1 in his group, and then 4 from 16 in his match against Jamie Lewis.
Game shown the first leg.
1 out of 1 in this one as he breaks throw in leg 1. A 17 darter, work for Jenks to do.
Second leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on.
Referee this evening, Owen Binks, off to Dubai on tomorrow or Monday.
70.
Lucky fella.
$60.
He played very well.
43.
Andy in the Group 1. A 4-1 win over Thornton, averaging 95.12, 40% on the doubles. And then
140.
87-89 in a 4-3 win over Robert Rickwood.
140. 137. 140, and he broke 164. 56. Lee require 108.
Double 16.
Game show on the second leg. Lee Evans.
The finishing so far in this one is night and day compared to his finishing so far this evening. That's a 108
Delegate Andy
checkout.
to throw first.
He's 2 from 2 on the
Game
doubles
on.
and averaging 94. 32 darts used to win 2 legs.
$97. 135.
He's got to come out of there, surely.
135.
He risked it, and it paid dividends.
$140.
Yeah, both players well into their rhythm now.
180.
Fires in his first max of the match, 1 apiece. Down to 89 after 9. 97, 135, 180.
135, and he required
3 visits in the scoring phase of the leg. He's got to go 20 ball.
44. Lee required 91.
Lee Evans go ball here. No, he's gone aggressive. That's a sign of confidence. First start missed at a double.
71. And he require 45.
It's not much more frustrating than committing to the treble, hitting it, and then missing 2 at a double.
Game show on the third
Andy
leg.
Jenkins
Andy
steps
Jenkins
in and says thank you very much. A 14 dart hold in the end, but 2 darts for 3-0 for Lee Evans.
Hopefully gets Lee to throw first. Game on.
Lee Evans, of course, has the insurance policy of that breaker throw.
91.
I don't know why more players don't go for the
93.
51 on the cover after the 2 single 20s. It's obviously a combination of 140 and a ton leaves 170.
180.
And if you hit the single 17,
140.
you're on 444. So a combination of 140, 140 means you can have 6 darts at the same target without having to run for cover. With the 19s, you put a 2 on the end, and
45.
that doesn't work, of course. 140, 140 leaves you 162, which
96.
is a bogey. Andy Jenkins just keeping Lee Evans honest here. Seeing if he can try and force an error.
93.
Great pass start. Andy will be thinking 140, 132.
132. Lee require 92.
Well, he went aggressive on the 91. If he did go ball, of course, the 25 leaves 67, 17 and ball. Now he has to go double-double. And there's one of them.
56. And he required 40.
So Andy Jenkins with the break-back opportunity. And one stops.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
Back-to-back
Andy
legs.
Jenkins.
Just 27 darts used by Andy Jenkins to get the 2 legs to level the game, and he has the darts in the 5th.
5th leg, it's Andy to throw
This
first.
is turning in
Game on.
quite the contest. Averages 96 for Andy Jenkins, 99.05 for Lee Evans. Winning legs for Lee Evans, 17 and 15 with that 108
58.
out. Andy Jenkins, 14 in leg 3, 13 darter in leg 4. Instantly offers up
140.
an opportunity which Lee Evans takes with both hands.
29. $42. 125. 59. 59. 90.
Leaves 170. How low can Jenks go?
140.
And he's down to 90.
Lee
Neither
require
of these
170.
2 legs may end on the ball. Lee Evans has no choice, but Andy will be going treble 20 double 15 or 20-20 ball or 20 treble 20 double 5. A quick mention as well, before I forget, congratulations to Bo
60.
Greaves, made her debut in
And
the
he
Women's
required
Series
90.
this weekend in Germany. And guess what? She won both events. And did it in some style. Played 12 matches and already tops the averages table. Averaged over 85 across the 2 tournaments.
58.
12 matches. Well, that was brave from Jenks.
Lee require 110.
Almost suggesting that this man, who has hit 4 170s in the live league, can't take out 110. Ouch.
78.
Oh, you could see the wire move.
And he required 32. 24.
Andy. Yeah, he is fuming. And rightly so.
Lee required 32.
There was an opportunity to lead 3-2 and put
Game shot on
plenty
the
of
5th
pressure
leg.
on this man.
Lee Evans.
But the roles are reversed. Lee Evans pinching leg 5 and now can win it with the darts in leg 6.
6th leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on. 134. 30.
I think Andy's head's fallen off. He's still absolutely fuming. Darts and
95.
a double for a 3-2 lead.
140. 100. 140.
Andy, if he goes on to lose this match, will of course have the third and fourth place playoff where there is
100.
well, a substantial amount of money to play for.
$42.
Well, Lee Evans 72.
He requires
for
72.
4-2 and a place in the final. Still averaging almost 96. Well, now he's got a decision. Ooh. Lee Evans' turn to
40.
say,
And he
I
requires
don't think you can take a
149.
3-dart finish out. They were both right.
59.
Only just, though, in the case of
Lee
Andy
requires
Jenkins, when
32.
he did it when Lee Evans was on 110 and he just missed the 32.
Game
Doesn't
shot and the
miss
match.
the 32
Lee
this time.
Evans.
And Lee Evans secures his place in the final. 88 the average for Andy Jenkins, 2 out of 6 on the doubles, 94.15 for Lee Evans, 4 out of 8, 50% on the doubles. When we come back, it will be Neil Duff against Robert Thornton. back to the Online Darts Live League for semi-final number 2, and it is Neil Duff against Robert Thornton. He is the current WDF World Champion against the current World Seniors Champion. How many times these two will lock horns next season?
First leg, it's Neil to throw first.
Neil,
Game on.
of course, has already announced that he will be competing in the World Seniors events alongside the WDF next year.
49.
Winner, of course, will play Lee Evans. Runner-up will play
97.
Andy Jenkins in our 3rd and 4th place playoff.
$100. $42.
And these two met on Monday,
83.
Tuesday and Wednesday in Group A. Robert Thornton winning on Monday
92.
4-2. Neil Duff winning on Tuesday 4-2. And Robert Thornton winning on Wednesday 4-0.
59. $80.
Neil Duff was 8-11 favourite for this one. Robert Thornton
60.
even money. Tonight, Neil Duff's averaged 92.49 and 87.98, winning both of his group games 4-3.
60. Neil, you require 150.
Robert Thornton won 4-0 against Robert Rickwood with a 98.56.
Robert, you require 130.
Highest average of the night so far. Also lost 4-1 to Andy Jenkins with a 79.52, and that's a bit unfortunate.
82.
That took a
Neil, you require
horrendous
54.
deflection.
Game shot on the first
Neil
leg.
steps
Neil
in
Duff.
with a 20 dart holder throw.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Thornton will be a little disappointed with that leg. Threw 18 darts and not one of them was at a double.
100. $58. $140.
Good response.
100. $43. $100. $100. $125. Robert, you require 118. Game shot on the second leg. Robert Thornton.
And a great response from Robert Thornton. That will make him feel a whole heap better. A ton plus out and a 15 dart hold.
Third leg, it's Neil to throw first. 140. 140. 100. 95. 45. 96. 125. Robert, you require 170. 105. Neil, you
Just
require
misses the ball
91.
to leave tops. We went for double 17 for tops.
51. Robert, you require 65.
I do think the ball might have been the better option. 15 tops. Gets the 15. Can he find the tops again?
45.
A little short.
Neil, you require 40. Game shot on the third leg. Neil Duff
goes back in front for a second time with a 17 dart hold. Robert Thornton is going to need to find a break, a throw from somewhere.
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
First priority for Robert is to hold throw, of course, and then
96.
attack. The Neil Duff throw.
121. 140. 81. 58.
92 points behind. That takes care of that. It's got to come down.
139.
17's the shot.
171. Neil, you require
just
160.
when he looked like he was in a spot of bother, Robert Thornton has produced a 171
78.
to leave
Robert, you require
36.
36. Game shot on the fourth leg.
Gets it.
Robert
His
Thornton.
two winning legs have been in 15 and 13. The two winning legs for Neil Duff, 20 and 17.
Fifth leg, it's Neil to
Huge
throw
gap in
first.
quality. Not such a big gap in averages, just the 7 points.
41. 42. 85. 125. 135. 140. 140.
Strong leg. 100 after 12. And Thornton is beginning
100. Neil, you require
to
100.
run out of legs to get that break. Double 10.
80.
Well, now here is a chance.
Robert, you
Thornton.
require 94.
Yeah, he's gone for the ball and got it. So tops for that break.
Game shot on the fifth
Wow,
leg.
what a shot
Robert
that is
Thornton.
from Robert Thornton. 2 missed darts, 1 at tops, 1 at tens. He doesn't go aggressive. He plays the percentages, and guess what? It paid off.
Sixth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
It's a 15 dart breaker throw.
96.
His winning legs have been of serious quality. 15 darter in leg 2, 108, 18 checkout.
61.
13 darter on the back of a 171 in leg 4, and leg 5 another 15 darter with the 94 checkout.
135.
He's now on the verge of taking his place in the final. Oh, Neil Duff has other ideas.
180.
What a time to find your first max in the match. Robert Thornton felt
40.
that you can't really do anything to put off the player. Well, you shouldn't, apart from do what Neil Duff did there and fill up the lipstick. And he's done it twice back to back.
180.
This is some response from the WDF World Champion just when it looked like the World Seniors Champion
41. Neil, you require
had
80.
control of the match. Single 20. Tops for a 12 dart breaker throw.
60. 140. Neil, you require 20.
Great 140 just in case. Wow. Total over adjustment.
10. Robert, you require 49.
140 from Thornton. Just cast a little bit of doubt over the visit. And it's tops for Robert. Wow. Bit of adrenaline in that one. Just resets.
29.
Clips the bottom wire. So 2
Neil,
match
you
darts
require 10.
for Robert Thornton. That should be a guide. And
Game
is.
shot on the sixth leg.
And
Neil Duff.
Neil Duff with 2 180s in the leg, a 17 dart breaker throw. Does level things up. We go to a last leg shootout.
Seventh and final leg. It's Neil to throw first. Game on. $100.
2 match darts for Robert Thornton.
121. 180.
Neil Duff has just found another gear. 3 180s in
46.
2 and a bit legs. And a point that started when he trailed 3-2. Back-to-back 180s in leg 6. Back-to-back
180.
180s in leg 7. Very little Robert Thornton can do about it.
81. Neil, you require
did.
41.
Create an opportunity that gave him 2 darts at tops to win it 4-2, and now he's facing
Game, shots, and the match.
defeat
Neil
with
Duff.
an 11 dart holder throw in the deciding leg. 4 180s, back-to-back 180s twice in the last 2 legs of the match. Absolutely brilliant from Neil Duff. It was a brilliant game all round, wasn't it? 94-82 for Duff, 92-21. So it would be Neil Duff, Lee Evans in the final. Just before that final, we had the 3rd and 4th place playoff between Andy Jenkins and Robin Thornton. back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, it is the third and fourth place playoff between Andy Jenkins and Robert Thornton. It's Robert Thornton who has won the ball, so he gets the honour.
First leg, it's Robert to throw
Thornton
first.
11 to
Game
10.
on.
Andy Jenkins 4 to 6. And our final, Neil Duff has won the darts against Lee Evans. And that will be coming up
100.
straight after this third and fourth place playoff.
180.
Doesn't happen very often. Well, not that I can recall in the live league, but both the players playing in the third and fourth
43.
place playoff had darts to win their semi-finals. Could very easily
78.
be Neil Duff and Lee Evans in this third and fourth place playoff.
60.
But it was two terrific semi-finals.
140. 92, and you require 103.
Andy, of course, not missing match darts, but
83.
missing an opportunity to take control of the match.
37, and you require 20.
Missing the
Game
opportunity
shot on the
to move
first
three
leg.
to up,
Andy
where
Jenkins.
Robert Thornton missed two darts at tops to win it 4-2 before that incredible fight back from Neil Duff. It's Andy who breaks throw in
Second leg, it's Andy to throw first.
leg one with a 13 dart
Game on.
and a 180.
$45. 96. 95. 81. 96. 100. 44. 82. 65. Robert, you require 142. 134,
Right,
and you
start
require
to leave.
156.
Double four to hit straight back.
85. Robert, you require 8.
Barring some missed darts at doubles, it should be one apiece and a break back.
Game
And he's
shot on the
found
second
double
leg.
two.
Robert Thornton.
It is the 17 dart breaker throw for Robert Thornton. We have a level game. It is Robert with the darts. This one.
Third leg, it's Robert to
He's
throw
back on
first.
throw.
Game on. 96. 140. 96. 85. 59. 59. 100. 83. Robert, you require 150. 84. And you require
last dart
134.
Leaves a 2-dart finish. No, Andy can do.
41.
Couldn't
Robert, you
even
require 66.
pressure the shot. 12 for tops. Tops he needs.
46. And you require 93. 53. Robert, you require 20.
Could be awkward.
Game shot on the
Finds
third leg.
The
Robert
smallest of
Thornton.
adjustments and just nestles the dart in the double 10, and that's a holder throw for Robert Thornton, the first holder throw in the match.
Fourth leg, it's Andy to throw first. $135. 93. 96. 96. 58. 140.
Bit of pressure on Andy. Remember, he started this leg.
97.
Finds a very important drummer 19.
$140, and you require 115.
Robert Thornton keeps the pressure applied. Needed the treble for double 18.
59. Robert, you
double
require
16.
32.
For Robert Thornton for a 3-1 lead. Double 9.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Pops
Robert
it in,
Thornton.
and that's 3 legs on the spin for Thornton. A 15 darter. 3-1. Well,
Fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Tipped up Robert to get the better of Andy in the opening match of the night.
100.
Actually thought he was
140.
fairly good value at 11 to 10 in this one, especially on the back of how he played against Neil Duff.
100.
Andy Jenkins actually lost with
97.
a 88 average in that match against Lee Evans. 4-2.
140.
This would be a rare win for Robert if he gets it done.
100. Robert, you require 161.
Head-to-head massively favours Andy Jenkins, as mentioned. That's probably why they
123.
did go
Andy, you
4 to
require
6.
164.
Andy Jenkins.
92.
So double 19.
Robert, you require 38.
Fairly comfortable looking win.
Game, shots, and the match. Robert
Finishes it off
Thornton.
in some style, a 13 dart hold of throw, winning legs of 17, 20, 50 and 13, an average of 87.6, 89, 45 for Andy Jenkins in defeat, just 2 darts at a double in the whole match. Right, we're going to be straight back with our final, and it is Neil Duff against Lee Evans. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, it is the final, and it is Neil Duff against Lee Evans. Sixth meeting between the two this week. They were, of course,
Okay, first leg, it's Neil to
Group
throw
A,
first. Game on.
which kicked off Monday morning. In that match, Neil Duff was the winner. 4-3 with a 90.22. Lee Evans 91.19. Tuesday, revenge. Lee Evans winning 4-0 with a 95.43. 90 exactly for Neil Duff. Wednesday, a 4-2 win for Lee Evans. Thursday,
80
in Group B, Lee Evans won 4-2 with 101.52. Neil Duff in defeat 94.24. And Friday night, Lee Evans won 4-1 with an 85.96, 91.91 in defeat for Neil Duff. And tonight,
85.
of course, they were matched up in Group 2. Neil Duff winning 4-3 with a 92.49. Lee Evans 88.1. It is 4-2 this week in favour of this man, Lee Evans. He is
58.
the 8-11 favourite. Even money, Neil Duff. Pressure, of course, will play its part.
60.
A substantial amount of money being played for here. But more importantly, the winner goes into the Champions of Champions, which only features the 12 winners over 12 weeks.
180.
Scarily does that so frequently. And week 1 was won by Robert Owen, Chaz Barstow week 2, Graham Hall week 3, week 4.
They require
Darryl
98.
Pilgrim. Will it be Lee Evans joining that group? Or will it be Neil Duff, treble 18? Oh, he went for double 19 for tops.
58. Now we require 80.
That surprises me, because how many times just tonight have we seen him pick off the treble 18 on cover tops for Duff?
40.
It's your night.
Lee require 40.
Those one dart clutch finishes find the target.
Game shot on the first
Advantage
leg.
Evans, a
Lee
180
Evans.
and a 16 dart break of throw gives Lee Evans the early advantage, 1-0.
Second leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on.
Neil Duff realises how big that misstart at tops may be.
140. 60. 43. 140. 140. 80.
Small lead for Lee Evans on the throw.
$58.
He's not Really extended that lead.
$60. Now you require 120. $44. Now you require 161. $40. Lee requires 76.
Lee Evans is finishing for the week. Hitting 45%
on the second
of
leg.
his checkouts.
Lee Evans.
Over 40, and he's done that one perfectly. Treble 20, double 8. A 16 dart breaker throw in leg
So look, it's
1.
Neil to throw
17
first.
dart hold in leg 2.
$125. $38.
He'd love to win the leg, of course, but won't be too concerned. He has the break of throw,
$95.
which he needed, of course, to win the match, with Neil Duff winning the ball. So he knows, in the back of his mind, is just 2 holds of throw away.
$93.
Not just for winning the event, picking up a
$85.
serious chunk of money, and of course qualifying for that very lucrative Champions of Champions. More details on that over the course of the next
54.
week or so. Make sure you track us across all our social media platforms:
60.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. As you can see there at the bottom of your screen, at Darts Live League, all one word.
$135. Now you require 136.
Double 8 for a beauty.
Game shot on the third leg. Neil Duff.
Quality from Neil Duff there. 1-3-6 out. Highest finish of the night.
Fourth leg, it's Lee to throw first.
It is
Game on.
a 15 dart hold.
$100.
Played a lot of darts. Excuse me. They played a lot of darts, these two, this week.
100.
This is their 27th match of this week.
68. $30.
Both surpassing. They win in this 150 legs of darts. Just imagine
29.
the soles of their feet are on fire.
$135.
Majority of the players will have a couple of hours practice before their opening matches, and then
58.
just sort of tick over in between games. Something we're going to Try and bring you in future
60.
a little look behind the scenes. I'll take you on a tour and show you the rigors of backstage. And now each player prepares differently.
140.
Number of how many hours darts a player will play if he starts on the Monday and then has to play
140.
Thursday, Friday, and then
You
makes it
require
all the way through to the
106.
final. That'd be interesting in actual board time, not just on the main TV board, but the amount of time spent practicing.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Well, it was a
Lee
136
Evans.
in leg 3, and he's just produced a 106 in leg 4. Both players
Fifth leg, it's
producing
Neil to throw
ton
first.
plus finishes. But it is Lee Evans now just one leg away.
41.
And it could come here because that's a slip. It's all or nothing, this match. Yes, they're playing for a few £1,000. They're all desperate to qualify for Champions of Champions. Will be week 13.
58.
12 weeks of qualification.
$100.
Don't forget, we are back
140.
Monday morning. Chris Murphy taking you through week 6.
45.
We start with Martin Adams against Kieran Tehan, and then Christian Kist against Martin Dragt, and then James Hurrell against Dirty Harry, Andreas Harrison.
139.
Also, don't forget,
60.
on Monday,
Lee require
no coverage on
164.
Sporty Stuff TV, but you can watch all the action free, of course, on the Online Darts YouTube channel. Back to normal from Tuesday morning.
81.
Be annoyed with that. He's left himself more to do than he would have wanted.
80.
And no finish for Duff, just in case. Lee Evans
Lee require
doesn't take out
83.
83. He's just taken out 106.
Correct.
Doesn't need to go 20 ball. Treble 18.
51.
She going 42, 24 there. He's got there in the end. I'm sure he knew what he was doing.
Lee require 32.
He won't be rushed, Lee Evans. Does use a liquid chalk. Ooh, hello.
16.
Well, Neil Duff.
Neil, you require 35.
A lovely 140 to leave 35. Has got the opportunity to get one back. Double 8.
27.
You had the chance.
Lee requires
Just wouldn't
16.
Go. So, double 8 and another opportunity to win this one. 4-1, double 4. Other side of the board.
Game shot on the match.
Lee Evans gets
Lee
it done.
Evans.
Unfortunately and unlucky Neil Duff, but it was a great campaign this week, making it all the way to the final. An 84 average in the final, 50% on doubles, 4 140s and the 180. And congratulations to Lee Evans, who joins Robert Owen, Chaz Barstow, Graham Hall and Darryl Pilgrim. Well, the action returns Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. with Martin Adams against Kieran Tian. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.